Hello, my name is Joseph. You're welcome to the Real Talk Show. It's another time again, and I'm not doing this alone today. I'm here with
Adedoyin, my name is Adedoyin Adeoti.
Mr. Adedoyin Adeoti. You're welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much, sir.
We are trying to discuss something very, very interesting today. Something that obviously a lot of us may have known, but we just want to throw more light on it. Success without fulfillment. What is the concept of success? Is it possible for a man to be successful and at the same time not fulfilled? What are the what went wrong? We are trying to diagnose what went wrong and how you can actually be successful and at the same time fulfilled in life, because we believe whatever you do in life that does not bring fulfillment is like it will definitely not how will I put it now? It will definitely not go well in the long run, because at the end of the day you realize that life well lived is not a function of how much you acquire,
Yes.
how much you attain, but the level of impact you made and the consciousness, the awareness that you really walk in line with your God-given assignment, doing the things that God wants you to do. That's what really brings fulfillment. So, Mr. Adedoyin, you are welcome to this program.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
what is the concept of success? How do you tag the word success? We have the world's way of success, but the kingdom way of success. So, how do you see success in its entirety from the kingdom way, and how is that different from the world's view of success?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I think the dictionary meaning for I think the meaning thank you. I think the dictionary meaning for success is to accomplish an aim or a purpose. And the way I see it now is if you've gone through the primary school and you successfully graduated, you say you were successful. The same thing with your secondary school. The same thing with the university. So we can say our life is a sum total of all the successes we've had. Then to what end is this success or are these successes that we've attained? That is why most times there is emptiness in this route of divination.
Mm,
It's not complete.
mm,
Now, this is the world's definition of success, which includes because when you graduate and you have all these certificates and all manner of things, or
and you have
businesses, you have the money,
money
you
to
have the
build
fame.
house,
So
yeah.
when you talk about success to an ordinary person, and human, immediately the brain switches to fame,
Money.
wealth,
Mm,
all this material stuff. But the kingdom view is different. For from the kingdom perspective, success, the kingdom is not saying materials are not necessary. It says money answers all things, so it makes material necessary. You get, but success plus purpose plus accomplishment is what the kingdom calls success. Now
mm.
he told Joshua, says, and thou shalt have good success.
Success.
You
Mm,
get, and when they left Egypt, they spoiled the Egyptians, their substance, even to give to their God the building of the tabernacle in the wilderness. So they have stuff. So the kingdom is not saying, you know, there is no need for this material, the way they call it materialism and stuff like that.
mm,
But these materials are not worthy of being pursued.
mm.
That is
They
why,
are something that comes to you
yes, as
as
a
you.
result of
eh,
something.
mm,
And what is that something? They come as a result of purpose. See, Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
mm,
Now, God sent you from his kingdom down to this earth, like a colony of his, the way my Bureau puts it. So now, if you are here, you are supposed to fulfill the wishes of the kingdom on earth. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. A representative of what is being done in the kingdom of God down here on earth. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
mm, mm,
So that invariably means working in purpose. Which purpose? Heaven's purpose on earth,
mm,
which you are a part of.
mm,
So anything that makes you deviate from there is disobedience.
mm,
That means you are walking outside of purpose.
mm,
That means you literally have to seek these things. They won't follow you.
mm, mm,
He says, goodness and mercies follows me
mm,
as
mm.
I keep working for the
Walking.
purpose, toward the purpose of the kingdom.
Mm,
That is essence, whole essence of Matthew 63.
mm,
So now you can't talk about success in kingdom view and one view without delving into these critical aspects.
mm,
You know,
mm,
this is another dimension entirely. Huh?
mm,
So now, in the quest or in obedience to the purpose of heaven, you know, just like an ambassador of Nigeria serving in Kuwait
mm,
or in the United States, the home country finances everything, does everything, pays him, gives him everything.
mm.
So the day he deviates from the laws of the land
Of the
where he's
land.
coming from,
Mm.
that day
It will be cut off
he will be
from
cut off from the
those.
source.
Yes.
So it's the same
Mm,
principle here. That invariably, the whole statement I've just made now means that he will not enjoy fulfillment again.
mm,
Because his fulfillment comes from obedience to the home country.
mm,
Now, why I said success plus purpose plus fulfillment is actually supposed to be your purpose plus success
mm,
now brings fulfillment equals to fulfillment. Let me put it that way.
mm,
The reason why I won't use that arithmetic is because that fulfillment is not an end in itself,
mm.
it's a means to
To
an
an
end.
end.
Because, like we said before, you can cut off from your purpose, which stops your fulfillment.
Mm,
So that means fulfillment is not an end in itself.
mm.
I don't know.
And it's a gradual thing
Yes.
that as you keep walking in the line of purpose, you will have that relief, that inner satisfaction that
Satisfaction.
yes,
Yes.
that comes from living a purposeful life.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
So
if you truly walk in purpose, you will be successful in the
mm,
kingdom's view
in the kingdom view.
by
Mm,
what I've defined.
mm,
Simply walking in purpose means walking in what you have been assigned from heaven to do.
mm,
That brings attraction of every resources, including wealth. You know, you've heard some people say, like Bishop Oyedepo say, whatever God cannot give me, may I not have it.
may I not have it?
It means whatever is not considered in my assignment, I don't need it, the resources. So it kills envy once and for all. It
Mm,
kills inferiority once and for all. It kills self-comparison once and for all. That is an holistic success, not the
mm,
world's view of success. It's
mm,
just like you are following the result and not the step.
mm.
The step is to walk in purpose. All
Then
this
the
is added to
result
you,
comes
but
fulfillment
the
as a
world's
result.
view
Mm,
is chasing.
mm,
That is not the
mm,
essence
mm,
of our creation.
mm. So at what point do you think, particularly, there is this deviation, and then what institution should be saddled with the responsibility to bring this holistic view of success? Is it the family institution or the religious institution, or because of course there's a lot of digression. I think society have this defined view of success.
Okay.
If you want to be successful, an average Nigerian now, for example, we say when you say successful, they just start thinking, where do you work,
Yeah.
what do you have,
What did you study?
what did you
As
study,
an accountant?
at what point do you think we digress from the ultimate? And
This is a deep question.
yes, at what point do you think we've digressed? No, you can just make it make it at the surface. At what point? Because an average Nigerian now still have issues with what success is and what it should be, what it ought to be. So at what point do you think we digress on what true success is? And for people that have digressed, I'm asking to you, Ivana, for people that have digressed, maybe probably they've gone far in their career, because you realize that a lot of people commit depression, because they come to the realization that I am doing so much, but I am not, it's not adding up to the fulfillment I should have. People will see that I have the money, I have the house, I have a good paying career, but there is something deep that this things that I have is not solving, and in a bid to solve that, make themselves happy in quotes, they tend to be more philanthropic. They tend to be, to even some will even acquire more degree, marry more wives
Yeah,
and all that.
go for more
So
achievements.
or travel out for
Yeah.
vacation. But that that hole gets more deep. It's
Yeah.
like the more they try to do this thing, the deeper that emptiness
Yes.
becomes. So I don't know if I've lost
Yes.
you with my question.
No,
So
no, 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 no.
at what point do you think we've digressed, and what do you think we can do for people that have gone far, although they have these material things now, but it's not adding up. They don't have that peace. They don't have that satisfaction. What do you think they can do? Many of them have even gone to the state of depression.
I guess.
They are addicted to things in a bit to just make themselves, okay in quotes.
Now, the first question you asked was whose responsibility
Responsibility now to holistically put
you said, is it the religious
the
body
religious or
or
the
the family?
family
Now,
or the institution.
look, let me say this. When God made us, this religious thing has done a lot of havoc to the world. That's why you see a lot of organizations standing up. Their fight, systematically, let me put it that way, is a fight against religion. The religion, do you know how many religions we have in the world? Which Christianity is part of. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, what I'm trying to, that was why I say it's a deeper, it's a
Mm,
very deep something, but I can just put it in this way. Let me not digress too much. Now, there was no religion in the beginning.
mm,
Adam and Eve, a kingdom. Did you get what I'm trying to say?
mm,
The king comes to visit them, just them, but they were something. They were a family. So God gave us family at the beginning, not religion.
mm,
So you see the opposite today. People push their children to church for the church to teach them.
mm,
Now, you must now understand something again. We know we've always been talking about identity. Now,
mm,
if the male loses his identity, the problem of the male is not maleness,
mm.
it's a problem of identity.
Identity. Mm,
The problem we have in the world today is even in definition of success, is a problem of male identity. If you take to the scripture, it will always mention male, 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 male. Not because females are not important. As a matter of fact, a female is another male, but with a womb.
mm.
So we have a male with a womb. They call it
A
a
female.
female woman. The man with the womb.
Mm,
So you can't say a woman is not equal with there's another this entirely.
mm,
No, we are the same. Just that she is more flexible
mm.
and delicate.
The fragile parts
Fragile part.
of the man.
So, but whose responsibility is it the male, the original male? If I can use that word, permit me to use that word. The male at the beginning. Did you get what I'm trying to say? So now the male is saddled with the responsibility
Mm.
to teach this. But how many male know this?
Know this. That means you are talking from the family institution now.
Institution now. No, no,
That
no,
is
no.
that is the primary contact
It
of the
was
child.
from the family we
Mm.
got religion from.
Yes.
This family, this family, this family, especially the way churches started, come together, then they start
Mm.
worshiping. The
Mm.
people from external start
Started
joining
joining.
them.
Yes.
They reform a church. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's a family force, the family force, then religion. The religion body, if I can put it that way, is as potent, as vibrant as family,
Mm.
as the family, as individual family. So I think if I remember the next question you asked me now,
So wait,
okay,
just so that I'll not be. I
okay,
understand that you are trying to just compress
okay,
everything and not to digress too much, but now you are saying that the deviation is largely caused because there is a lacuna. Let me use that
yes,
grammar in
yes,
the family institution. But and you think the male now, that is the father, because someone said the male is like God has given the male like the father now of every house,
Yeah.
the responsibility of that family. That whatever happens to that family, the children and everything is absolutely the man's,
Yes. Yes.
impute
Yes.
or ignorance otherwise.
Yes.
So now, what do you think holistically a father now should do to pattern the kingdom success this thing to a child so that he grows up with that mindset despite what the society brings as the standard of you have to be this and for you to be reckoned with in society. How do you think the father now should pattern this child to understand success from the kingdom
Not
perspective?
only to the child,
Mm,
to himself,
okay.
or to ourselves as male now, as fathers. Now, let me say this. Why did I say not only to the child? Because a lot of children now were misformed. I didn't say misinformed. Form is different from informed. You know, how do I put it? Transformation is different from information. So you get me? That's my concept. A lot of children were misformed, not misinformed, misformed by their parent. And I'm saying father now. The reason is if you have not discovered your own purpose, how do you discover? How did the child discover his purpose?
Mm,
If training actually comes from home, not religious body. Now, this is where I'm going. What can be done now is for a male who is a father or intending father, because every male will never be father one day. A male to discover first identifying who he is. Like I say, it's majorly a problem of identification, identity, not the maleness or the muscularity. No, identity. To discover first, who am I? Or to identify, yes, you get what I'm saying? Then from there you will discover why you're there. Then you'll be able to guide other people.
So this thing should be before marriage or
If you made the mistake, it can see there's no like Bishop Oyedepo always say
it
there
is
is
not late to
late
be
to
right.
be right. It is
But being right at the wrong time may come with more costlier
you
responsibility.
bear the responsibility. That's why
Mm,
you were made. You built to take up responsibility. I remember the main reason why you are a father now is because these are responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? You are married because you feel you are now able to bear responsibilities. You've been taking responsibility. Now I can take greater responsibility. That's why you're married. Because when you're married, who feeds your children? Who feeds your wife?
so you have more to do
More
now.
to do.
Mm,
So what I'm trying to say in essence is this: if a male gets it right, the children, society will get it right. The problem we have today is the problem, not the children are not the problem. As a matter of fact, the feminism is coming from the male's ignorance of his responsibility. Which a lot of female, I don't want to deep in some of these things. Well, let's just streamline into in a very broad
very broad.
So we will just come back to what we're discussing. Now, a male must identify itself, discover his purpose, then will be able to guard the
Then you leave it out.
Then how can you do this?
Mm,
Then go back to the beginning.
mm,
See, no matter how far you have gone, if you are doing this thing, you are drawing this and you know it's wrong. You don't start from where it's if you permit me to use the English word wrong ends. No,
You have to
you
go
have to
back
go back
to the source,
to retrace it.
the origin. Yeah.
So when you were young, you had dreams. This is not the kind of life you dream or you dreamt. You started growing up instead of growing old. You see, like someone say, you're permitted to grow old. Of course, your body will grow old, but never grow up. Get my English very well. Now, Jesus said, except a man become a child, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God.
mm.
A lot of men have grown instead of old up.
But they've not grown.
You see a child, what
Mm,
do you want to be? He doesn't care the resources. He doesn't care this. He's just thinking, I want to be this. The best life. But when we started growing up, say, shut up, you cannot be that. Do you have the resources? Do you have this? Do you have that? And stuff like this, and things like this. We stop dreaming. That's why I say you have to go back. What do I want to become? Now, since you are now old, you have your brain to think. You can pray directively, let me put that word, to God.
mm,
Because a child really have little this thing. God will guard the child. It's the same way God will guard you. But you know God will guard them more. You get when we're
mm.
children, you can be next to a ditch and miraculously
Something
God
will just happen
happen,
to
the child
take
will not
care of.
fall. Most times it doesn't happen to an adult like that. Because
Mm,
an adult has the brain to think this and this.
mm,
Only to enter
mm,
into it. So when you sit that back, become a child again. Even though you have your own children now, become a child again. What does God want me to do? That is your question now, not what
mm,
do I want to do? Because you
mm,
are no more a child in
mm,
the physical
mm,
context,
mm,
but you are a child before God now.
mm,
What will you want me to do, Father? A child will not say that.
mm,
You get? So you
mm.
have to go back to the beginning. Remember God's servant saying, God told him at the beginning it was
It
not
was not
so.
so.
There is something at the beginning, and at the beginning it was perfect.
Mm,
So to really discover what exactly success is, or to discover to really work in purpose and identify yourself, you have to go back to the beginning. Then begin to trace it, then God begin to enlighten your brain as you keep, like we said the other time, aligning
mm.
with it.
So the child now sees your pattern, your lifestyle, and it takes that ideology of how success should be.
The process I finished describing
Mm,
is what is called transformation.
mm.
Be ye transformed by the
By the
renewing
renewing
of your
of your
mind.
mind.
Sitting down and doing all stuff that I discuss is your mind being realigned. The whole process is called transformation because, like we always say, information does not transform a man, doesn't
Mm,
change a man. It's only
mm.
transformation
That
that
does.
does.
Mm,
And if you're not transformed, your definition of success cannot be correct.
mm,
And if your definition of success is not correct, it means you are not working in purpose.
mm,
And if you are not working in purpose, it means you are stranded. You cannot be fulfilled.
mm. So there's a connection between purpose and fulfillment.
Yes.
Mm, mm. So beyond acquisition, which the word defines, go beyond acquisition. In fact, acquisition comes with, because the Bible says the gift of a man.
Makes room
Mm.
for
So
him.
the room now would acquisition comes from
The room
that gift.
accommodates what you call
Whatever,
success.
yes, whatever thing you are looking for
Is
is
in that
all
room.
in that room. But you have to, it is the gift that brings you.
Yes.
Wow.
Where the subtlety is now. If it, even if it is though it is the gift
That brought you
that
now.
brought into that room where
Mm.
success and all these things is,
Yes, yes, the
if
fame
you are
and
not
everything.
careful to use the gift for the original purpose,
The intent, it will be
it will be
corrupted.
corrupted.
Hmm.
So that gift, why God must be at the center. Why it must be at the center is because I can use the same gift of music to not
Bring glory.
promote what the kingdom says I should do. That means I'm going in deviance, and everything in the kingdom will work against me.
Because you cannot get fulfillment using your gifts in
Another
a
thing,
wrong
though you
way.
can get money from
And money is not fulfillment,
it. Not
because
fulfillment.
there's lots of people that commit suicide. Now that answers the second. That brings us to the second question: the problem of suicide. Where there was a story that we had of a man very successful in quote, a doctor. I think I was in my undergraduate then, where our pastor was telling us the story. Our third mainland bridge, one of the longest bridge in Lagos,
Yeah.
connecting the mainland
Yeah.
to the highland. And this man at the middle of the bridge told his driver to stop the car. And obviously, why would you stop a car at the middle of the bridge? It's strange, but the driver had to stop the car. And the next thing is, came down from the car and fell into the lagoon. And there was a lot of question that was, coming up. Then what would have been wrong if he was not successful, like the world system? Or people would have thought maybe probably the poverty, the
Yes.
suffering, and everything. But now this is a man that the society has viewed in quote to be successful, a doctor doing well with car, living fine and having the vacation and everything. So that is how critical this subject is to fulfillment, success and fulfillment. So there are many people now at that stage in their life where they don't want to back out from what they are doing because of what will society say. Am I going to, me that have been known with wealth and everything, what will people say? What will people perception about me now? Or a lot of people are feel like, okay, I'm not getting this fulfillment, but let me try this other route of giving, and then just exploring other things, hoping that it will compensate for this or to cover up for that this thing, but they are not getting it. So at that point, what will you say to so many people that are at that point now, that they have gotten all that the world that they should have in terms of material acquisition, house, cars, and even a degree to a professional
Yeah.
level, but they are not fulfilled. There's a conflict between what they have and the level of satisfaction that they hope those things will have given them. But how will you see? What will you say about it? Because a lot of people have committed suicide because of
Yeah.
they are tired. They are just tired, mentally exhausted, and
You
everything.
see, achievement is not bad, or chasing achievement. Let me put it that way. Let me rephrase it. It's not bad, but achievement is not fulfillment.
Achievement
But
is not fulfillment. Wow,
achievement can bring fulfillment.
fulfillment.
If achievement or your chase of achievement is not things towards meaning,
Mm,
contribution, impact, then there will be void. There will be a void. And let me share this part, because there are philanthropists who are still void inside, like you said, who are still the void of something. Now, a lot of people are, let me use the word sick in code, of their wealth. They even give more to the poor in a bid to lighten themselves so that they can feel fulfilled. But
mm,
no, that
mm,
is not it. It is anchored on your purpose.
mm,
So chasing all these things is not bad. As a matter of fact, we are not supposed to chase it.
mm,
But there is no way you will not work towards this thing if you're working in purpose.
mm,
See, one thing we must realize here now is purpose. Let me say purpose. Fulfillment is internal. This success that the world defines is external.
mm,
Bank accounts, titles, the
The money you
certificates,
have,
money you have,
the cars and
all manner
everything.
of this. They are externals, externalities. Purpose, the fulfillment is an internal thing. Is an abstract thing, something you can feel.
From
You can't
within.
see, but you can feel it. Just
Mm,
like deep love.
mm,
Seems to me like a spirit.
mm.
You get
You
you
can feel it, but you can't touch it. You can't wait in
as a
physical
matter of
measure.
fact, let me put it another way. Let me put it another way. You can touch it.
Mm,
It's tangible.
mm,
You can actually touch fulfillment. It's fulfillment that makes somebody sick on the sick bed and is smiling,
mm. Or going through stress.
going through stress, rigor, and is really
Mm,
genuinely happy
doing that.
doing that. It's called fulfillment.
Mm,
You see an athlete training, it's fulfillment in a way. You get it? You are doing something, you were just fulfilled. They said, no, man, we will not pay you. No problem. You feel somehow, no problem. All things working. Faith get raised up by this fulfillment.
mm,
So I think I'm not deviating from
No,
your
no, no,
point
you are
again.
not, you are not. So, yeah, you are not really, you are not really. So, to those that, what do you think they should do if they are in that dilemma of, emptiness, of not having that fulfillment,
I think
that
I think
inner
we
this
discussed
thing?
it sometimes.
How do you now go back to start, doing the things that would now start giving you that peace, even if it means foregoing? Because I shared the story of a woman that was doing fine, but
Yeah.
doing well, a successful CEO, one of the top brand company on the island in Lagos. But at the point, there was just this disconnect she was having in her spirit, and she now remembered that there was something she enjoyed doing, music, and she just had to resign. And people were like, "Are you okay? Why will you get to this? Who does that? Someone at this level now that
Possibly
everybody
she
should
even
be."
had a professional exams
Yes,
and all that.
everybody is even hoping that they get to this
Right.
level, and you are saying you want to opt out, not even for something substantial in
Yes.
quotes, but
That you are bringing
music.
me the name for. You
You
just
get,
starting in this area. So
but according to her, she had to leave because she was having that internal struggle. And the moment she started doing this music, everything. But there are some people now that will be finding it difficult to go back. Maybe because of
what must be must be.
hmm,
Your story or your illustration rather answered it all. It is never too late
right.
to be right, to turn.
Hmm,
You must go back. Just
hmm.
like that man came to Jesus and said, What must I do?
To
After
have
he said,
eternal
did
life.
this, he said, do this. I said, I've been doing it.
I've been doing it for my
When he told,
youth.
you must go back
Back. So
to
there's no route.
being a child. And what it means is that now, since, for instance, let's use the situation of being born again. You cannot go back into your mother's womb and born again.
Nicodemus.
But where you are, you can correct your wrongs
Yes.
and become a child again.
Mm.
And somebody will slap you and you'll be like, okay, I'm born again.
So your approach becomes
So
different.
now it's not about stature.
Mm.
Physically, it's the mind.
The mind, yeah.
When you are a child, it's about stature and the mind. Because both has a place. But now it's not about the stature. You have become a child in the mind. In terms of purpose, your success, definition, and your fulfillment and stuff like that. So you must become a child. And part of becoming a child is dreaming the child dream again. Believing all things. That is where fear of what people say will not happen. Where will I start from will not happen.
And you are ready to forego whatever the world has defined as just
children
to
believe all things. That's why you cannot enter the kingdom without being a child. It's not saying become a normal, but the characteristics of a child. Part of it is becoming or believing all things. You said I will take you to the United States tomorrow.
And
they know that you are living in an internet. They believe.
They believe totally. They even start telling
the
people.
next morning, they take you. The next morning, they come to you. When are we going? She's not whining. She actually believes
and is ready.
Ready. The pass the luggage. We are going to the US.
Wow.
You must believe that this thing that God, this is what God made me for. Now I have discovered it. This is what I'm following. Abraham was called at 70. And he believed.
Despite the age and everything. Wow.
Finding purpose. At 70. I will make you a father to nations. He has started purpose.
And you can't even live well without fulfillment. Because if you are not fulfilled, you will not even see the need to live that long. I think that's what brings suicide.
Yes. You know, this thing about suicide is from what I heard, you know, there's this is a spirit. Keep whispering to you. What is your use of
what is you
you are useless. Kill yourself. Meanwhile, you are loaded. I'm short of words. You are loaded is an understatement of what a human carries. That's why they said the richest or wealthiest place on earth is the graveyard.
The graveyard, yeah.
There are songs that have not been written. You think you've heard songs. When you get to the graveyard, you will see songs.
Songs that should have done much more.
That we never heard. You will read books
that would have never read.
You will see administrative concept
that we have never seen.
Ideas that can bring peace in 250 years of the world.
Hmm.
I mean, you will see ideas about parenting. So, you know,
That would have become a model for
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 generations,
generation to.
every human.
Mm,
So that is loaded with something. That is one of the lies of the devil. That there is no. And I actually had someone who was very close to me there
mm.
who actually committed suicide.
Committed it.
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't want to call the name of this substance now. And God just wanted to use her life.
As
She didn't die.
wow.
She was resuscitated back to life.
Hmm.
So don't forever have this thought of killing yourself. You cannot kill yourself. Your life is so loaded with what you cannot fathom. Every human is loaded with stuff.
Mm,
Every human. So suicide is not the way out.
mm,
It's a lie.
mm.
And you will know the truth, and
And
the
the
truth will
truth,
set you
John
free.
8:32.
So that truth is when you discover a purpose. Now we must understand that this thing you cannot sideline Christ. Christ is not a religion. Like I said,
Hmm.
Christianity is a religion. Christ, the kingdom, is not religion. You cannot truly be fulfilled without Jesus in it.
Hmm. He said you can't. I have come that we might have life.
No, I'm the way, said.
And yeah, the
The
truth
way,
and the life.
the truth and the life.
No one can come to the Father
The truth
except
that
through
will
him.
usher you into that purpose
Hmm.
is Christ Himself.
Wow.
It comes
So
with
so for
relationship.
everyone at that level now, you have to return back and know that suicide is a spirit.
It's a spirit.
Is a spirit.
It's a lie.
Is a lie
Your
from the
life
pit
is
of hell.
valuable.
Yes.
You are needed here.
And I think one of the things that happens to people that this maybe we'll discuss more in our next subsequent podcast is this there's a relationship between isolation and that comes with suicide. When the devil wants to attack you, he isolates you first and makes you into your situation that it robs you off of the mind to even start thinking light, thinking what God is saying. So he isolates you and makes you so into the situation that you think
Let me
that is all.
let me
Like
let me quickly
that is the worst of all,
let me quickly say
and
something.
the next thing it suggests
Let me
an easy
let me
route,
quickly say something.
suicide. Why
You
not
see,
kill yourself?
that suggests I like the word because like we said, like a spirit is an idea. That suicide is an idea. Just like somebody wants to create an organization, it's an idea that was come. Ideas are seeds of destiny that we've always been told. Now, the only thing that can kill an idea, nothing can kill it. God cannot kill. You kill the person. Have you seen people when they say that? Look at Hitler. Had an idea. If
And
they had killed
executed it.
Hitler, the idea will still
Just
flourish.
to flourish.
The only thing that can kill an idea is another powerful idea. Idea is the only weapon that can kill idea. That is where the isolation comes in. He doesn't want a counter idea. That is why he isolates it. Because even you don't have to tell anybody that you want to commit suicide. Somebody can just say, I believe that God has thoughts for me. That is an
And
idea.
that word
You will kill the idea.
override.
The idea that you have.
I
And
think
if you can have it for this person, you can have it for me. So
mm,
if first one I isolate you, you don't just want to talk to anybody. You don't want to talk to anybody because he doesn't want a counter idea.
It makes you into
Yes.
that situation. And that's why the kind of environment. So because a lot of people are in a bit to commit to reconcile that emptiness, they will not open up to people, and I think that's why platforms like this are very platforms to communicate, to hear God's words, to relate with people.
And you have
You
a
know
purpose.
that you have a yes,
Yeah.
because honestly speaking, there's a way you can even relate with people, and you just but if you even mention that suicide, the way they will talk to you, that spirit will literally leave you.
Yes.
You just like it will resuscitate
Yes.
resuscitate hope in you. So okay, we've discussed so much today about success. So the nutshell of this podcast is to realize that the world's definition of success is different from the kingdom definition of success. As a matter of fact, the kingdom definition of success is the good success that we are saying that leads to fulfillment. And fulfillment, like we say, you cannot have fulfillment if you are not working in purpose.
Mm.
If you are not working in purpose, and one of the ways to work in purpose is to maximize the gifts God has given you for the assignments He has
Yes.
entrusted into your hands. So, in your own, to wrap this up for this podcast, what would you say, like just a final wrap
Well, just
on
like
this?
we've been saying, thank you for the privilege, sir. Just like we've been saying, you must identify first who you are, and you cannot ignore your gifts. You must discover your purpose. This gives you fulfillment. If you work in purpose, you automatically have fulfillment. All other success will be added up to it. And all these things comes only via alignment.
Mm,
Alignment with your creator and the person of Jesus.
mm,
It's a kingdom, not religion.
mm,
You know, you see a lot of things happening in religion now. Religious
mm,
leaders being all manner of things happen at the top there. So it's not religion. It's a king, it's called to the kingdom. You walk side by side with the king himself. That is why in the kingdom it is an individual work, it's not a group stuff. So, but it comes with alignment. Alignment what? Alignment with Jesus himself. So all these things, your definition of success and purpose and all these things cannot be right except you truly work in alignment with your creator.
wow. Alignment is very cogent, is very important. Thank you, Mr. Adedoyin, for having for being here on this podcast. It's really a privilege to have you once again.
Thank you, sir.
And I believe you've learned one or two things from our discussion. There's a whole lot to discuss, but as we continue our subsequent programs, we'll dive into other aspects of this subject matter. So we are saying, okay, to interest you, Mr. Adedoyin is the founder of the
Builders
Builders.
Commonwealth
So can
Network.
you just tell us a few things about the Builders Commonwealth Network?
Yeah, the Builders Commonwealth Network is an ordained platform, an organization actually, where uh, individuals and corporate organizations, even government, realize their purpose, the original intent for which they are established. You know, even the government of this world are established. They are tools in the hand of God. So, and every believer, as we all know, we're supposed to function in one way or the other, is sent into the words, not just the words, different part of the world. So we are here so that individuals can grow, can develop, discover their purpose rather than embrace their vision and grow into kingdom leaders. That's all
Oh,
we
we have.
exist for.
Okay, so thank you so much. So for people that wants to make more inquiries as to your platforms, can you just tell us your platforms, your Gmail, your the group?
Okay, you can contact us on Gmail first.
For
The
more inquiries.
builders the builders Commonwealth Network at gmail.com. The builders Commonwealth Network at gmail.com. Or you can join the WhatsApp platform via 090-7329-6841. Or you can contact us on our different social medias at BCN, the Builders Commonwealth Network. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Mr. Adedoyin. So we wrap it up for today's podcast. I'm sure it was quite an enlightening one for you, a more informative one, and then we want to say bye from this end and see you in the next episode. God bless you. Bye for now.